The wait is over. Bloodborne is out. Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Reiner. This is Game Informer's Test Chamber. We're playing it on PlayStation 4. It's exclusive to that system. I got Dan Tack here. Hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
And Tim Terry playing the game.
Hey, look at my bullet in my gun here.
That's cool. That's a nice detail you never see.
I know. It's so nicely lit inside of that gun.
Did you talk about that in your review, Dan Tack?
I tried to, but there really wasn't room to talk about individual bullets.
But your reviews on the site, I urge everyone to go check that out. You gave it huge praise. Huge praise. Just shy of a 10, a 9.75. Walk us through the game.
Walk us through the game.
Yeah,
All right,
what makes this one so special? And
I think from
slightly
games,
above Dark Souls, right?
this is actually the same score that I gave Dark Souls 2.
Oh, okay. Well, the same then.
No, it's very different at the same time. So while the combat, as you can see here, probably from a quick look, is very rooted in Souls concepts, there are a lot of new stuff in play. And Tim just killed that old man.
Jeez.
He had it coming.
Is he an NPC?
You are all witness.
He was actually going to shoot Tim.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In fact, those guys get pretty crazy. You got to be careful about around those old dudes.
So, hoping to kill some guys and get some blood vials. Because this...
Yeah, we're going to need a couple blood vials here. We're actually about 20 minutes in the game maybe here. We've unlocked a few shortcuts to get to the first 2 bosses.
Okay, so early on, what kind of weapon is Tim using here?
Tim is using... At the beginning of the game, you have a choice of 3 weapons. So this is actually the Threaded Cane. It is a skill-based weapon. So you can, strength or skill are the 2 big ones for like strength and dex. So this is an agile fighter's weapon right here.
Shit. I hate these guys.
Oh, what did we get here?
Werewolf.
Oh, they aggroed you. Oh, we have to aggro them.
They honestly are...
All right, so what you're going to want to do here is they can't get through that door, so unfurl the cane and just beat them up.
I like your style.
This is tactics right here.
I would call this cheap. So
It is.
I agree. That's a Dan Tack strategy then.
But does it win?
We'll find out.
Well, if he doesn't get close. Yeah, try not to waste your bullets on him.
So back to
So back to
Dark
the actual game.
Souls, Bloodborne. Walk us through it.
So as you can see, you've got a really new element here in the gun, and there's no like backstabs in this game. Instead, they have visceral crits. So you have to stagger an enemy to execute one of these things, and you can do it with either a charged up attack from your regular weapon, which is where you hold down R2 until it flashes, and you can like swing with a giant that can stagger them, and you can crit them with a visceral. Or you can also use your gun to time it during their attacks. And you can stop their attack, stop them in their tracks, and then land a big hit on them. So it's sort of like parrying in a way. But as again, you'll see Tim does not have a shield. And although there is a shield in this game, it's sort of like a joke. It's sort of like a From Troll.
Okay.
That when you find it, it's just like...
Whoa.
And as you can see, these creatures are no joke.
Yeah, no, honestly, these guys, like, of the entire game that I've played so far, which I've killed a couple bosses,
Right.
like, those guys, bar none, have been giving me the hardest time. So I think when we boot back up, I'm going to try to just not aggro them.
That's an optimum solution. So another thing is you saw there, enemies in this game are very aggressive. They will not just like wander listlessly after seeing you. They will come after you constantly. And that's the same for bosses. So if you're looking for like windows of opportunity in this game, sort of that passive Dark Souls play where you just sort of like hang back and check things out at range, you're not going to get that here.
Yeah, you got to be
Enemies
assertive.
are in your face, and guess what? You've got to take that style too.
And one of the strategies I deployed in Dark Souls 2 is I would go through and defeat them over and over, go to my fire, and go back and just take them out until they were gone. Like
Right.
these nuisances. Can you do that in this?
You cannot do that in this, no.
So they just keep
will-
respawning
They
over
will keep,
and over
They
and
will keep
over.
responding forever. With the exception of special like NPC mini-boss guys.
I always love that, how it just tells you when your friends have joined
Yeah.
a party. I did.
It's good to know.
I always sort of like freeze for a second because I feel like they're joining my party.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait,
yeah.
why would I care?
So this guy's actually, you want to kill this guy every time you see him. He's got your souls. Or blood echo, sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, instead of just
Okay, wait
dropping
a
them
minute.
all the time, that's different.
So enemies near where you die can actually pick up your echoes by wandering over them or close to where you die. See, he died on the floor right above that guy, so he grabbed him.
Now, is that either or? Could it be your soul was where you died?
Yeah,
or-
sometimes
Okay.
it'll be on the ground, but other times enemies will pick him up.
Well, that's got to be kind of crazy. Like, okay, I'm going to go get my
It's
soul,
neat.
since it's like, oh no, it's not
It's
here.
neat,
Who
but
has it?
It's neat, but it doesn't really change a whole lot. It's pretty cool though to see those guys like. There's a little more tension when instead of like running back and instead seeing those glowing eyes on an enemy that you may not want.
And it also gives that, like, instills sort of a sense of revenge.
Certainly.
I think. And bosses can't absorb them,
They
right?
cannot,
Okay,
correct.
which is, thank Christ.
Yeah, that would be really, I think, too much of a troll.
Yeah.
Dan,
a
in
good
your
hit.
review, you said that it starts out kind of horror-based with werewolves, as we're seeing here.
Yeah,
and
it
kind of
starts-
classic tropes of
Starts out
horror.
in very classical horror tropes, but believe me, things get weird and really cool.
What
really
does that
fast.
mean? What does
Well,
weird mean?
We go right into like Lovecraftian horror, and we stay there and go get
a
even
lot of
wilder.
tentacles and weird stuff like
So,
that.
like, yeah, if you can think of like From Software taking their approach to Lovecraft, I mean, that should conjure up some really scary stuff, and we do go there, and it's great.
And does that mean bosses that you just are gigantic and weird and crazy? And
Yeah, you anything under. I mean, without any spoilers, yes.
Or is it also extend to like the environments?
It does both, yes. And
How
again,
crazy
we're
does-
kind
give
of,
us an example
we're kind
of
of
how
getting into
crazy
spoiler
does it-
territory there, man, and I don't want to go there.
Let's spoil.
Our audience is going to get really pissed.
Well, what's a spoiler from an environment? Like,
I'm not doing that, Reiner. That's not
seriously? You won't
There-
even tell me about like
people.
house you go in or
I
something?
guarantee, like, people want to. Who are watching a test streamer and do not want to be spoiled in that content.
Okay, so you go down the weird rabbit hole then.
You do.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you, transcends reality. And here's something that isn't very spoilery, but so we'll go. But it still tells you sort of what we're doing. Like, every time you kill a boss or make progress, like the moon rather, like changes phases, right? So you're going through this night, and things change in the game based on that. So you'll go back to old areas that you've been to, and things have changed. Like, I wouldn't have even fought that guy. I just ran past the boss.
Right. I'm kind
But
of
those are blood vials, yeah.
I'm giving you guys a second to talk before we go into the boss
Yes.
territory.
And this
here.
is the first boss for most players, although you have an opportunity of 2 at first.
So very Dark Souls-esque with the mist doors. Or
Now, the
whatever
mist
you wanna
doors are
call
not there initially.
So, Dan,
only after you defeat the boss.
train
once.
me on stunning guys with a gun because I have not really.
So with the Cleric Beast, it's a little tougher with him, I found. I mean, I just cut off his, like, I hit his arm until he, like, nurses it to get some stun window. But as you can see here, the Cleric Beast will not let up, and he's gaining life back as he attacks him. So it supports you being much more aggressive in your play. We probably should have gotten more blood vials just to make this a smoother experience, but Tim's a badass, so I think he can handle it.
Yeah. All right. Easy.
Yeah, as you can see, this is an introductory battle, just a giant sort of beast dude.
So you're saying that there isn't? I thought you said that using the gun on this guy.
You can if you time it right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't know his timing window.
Okay.
So that gives you a stagger then?
Yes, and he'll put his head down, and you can go right up to him and sort of blood gush and rip him apart.
I really want to do that.
Again, I don't know his. Like, I didn't use it on him because it wasn't necessary. We can certainly do that on the other boss that we might see today. Oof! Whoa! I gotta say, good footwork. And as you can see here, the threaded cane is not exactly the most
No,
powerful weapon.
I was using the axe.
Yeah, the other weapons, both the saw cleaver. Okay, if you're starting this game and you're not sure which weapon you want to take, do not take the threaded cane. Take either of the other 2 weapons.
Seems like it's kind of a skill weapon, like you were saying.
Right.
And what class is this?
There are no classes.
No classes.
Right. There are starting origins.
Yes. Okay.
But
what
it's not
origin
like.
is
But
it?
it's even more less so the classes than Dark Souls because the origin is just stats, not even a set of starting equipment. You choose your starting equipment for whatever starting origin you pick, and I believe this one was the Vitality build. If you don't know what you want to take, like you're not sure and you're starting the game, just take the one with lots of Vitality. You'll need that health. It's actually a better stat in this game than it is in Souls because of the regain system.
So
you've
you're
got a
saying that
bigger
doesn't
period
really
back.
matter at the beginning of the game then, what you pick? In the long run,
No,
you can
absolutely
kind of
not.
sculpt your character?
Yeah, you'll be even more. Again, it doesn't even determine your starting gear. Everyone starts with the same armor. There's no encumbrance in this game, and you have your choice of weapon.
So that's it for blood vials, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You really do.
You're about halfway.
Hey, this is good. Like when he does those things, you get like a really good window on him.
It
When you see
intimidates
that,
me.
when you see that, yeah, it's supposed to. It's pretty clever how they did that. This is going to be tough. But I gotta say, especially with your little toothpick, you're doing an excellent job.
Well, thanks. I hate that swipe. Oh, damn it. Get out of there.
Oh, there you go. So players of the Souls games will see this as fights, sort of similar, sort of a throwback to the Taurus Demon from Dark Souls. Giant dude on a bridge. Concept from has gotten down to a science at this point. Fuck. One thing you won't see a whole lot of in this game is humanoid bosses. There are a few,
They're all demon-like. And
but you won't see any, like, here's another guy with a sword and armor. They get, like I said, drawing upon what is, like, very clear Lovecraftian inspiration. You get to see the weird and wonderful.
does that mean also no dragons, no kind of classic fantasy?
Yeah, we're not Unlike a Souls game, we're not in dark fantasy here. We are in straight horror territory.
This is not looking great.
It's not, but actually, I think this was a really good attempt. You had only 4 blood vials. It's crazy.
Oh, just trying to hang out in his blind spot. Get as much health back when I can.
Yeah.
And
This is gonna be tight.
very nice.
This is fancy footwork, and as you can see, there it is. Get that reclaim back.
Oh, I want
noticed that.
Get me, get behind you. Come on.
And as we were saying, yeah, using your gun is very important in the early game. Later on in the game, depending on your build, you may not need it. Now he's doing his thing, so he's got a nice frame there.
Is that like active damage that you're seeing there on his?
Yes.
Tim's been hacking on his legs so they're all bloody.
Yes.
That's cool.
He's doing work. Go for it.
Yeah, nice.
And then
Holy
very
hell.
few blood vials with a toothpick weapon.
Praise slaughter.
Yeah, they
I
really,
like that.
They really lean into it.
Well done.
Oh my god, my heart's beating
I am
fast.
impressed.
Man, that's not my favorite weapon. What I've been using
No.
for reference is the giant axe. Like,
Well, we can go grab the Kirk hammer now that we've killed this boss.
oh,
so that's a
holy god.
really cool weapon.
Just let my heart slow
Yeah.
down for a second. Jesus.
Now let's talk about how the world's constructed.
Sure. So we're dealing with a vast interconnected world. So you're basically loading almost the entire world every time you come in. Everything is connected.
And that's a problem with the game is long load times.
I will definitely say yes, that loading, not into the Hunter's Dream as we're going to now, this is a rather short load time, but loading out into the world and from death, those are long load times. Very noticeable.
So this is
So,
the little hub area, right?
Yeah, you might, let's grab the Kirk hammer.
from over here?
Yeah.
All right.
So as you kill bosses, you unlock the ability to purchase new things. Most of the time it's actually not from bosses, it's from NPC hunters that you'll meet that have badges.
Cool.
The bosses generally drop souls and keys.
And one question a lot of people are going to ask is, how is it difficulty-wise compared to the Dark Souls games?
I would say it's on par. Straight on par. So again, it's a little different. Oh, we're going to need some stats to use that.
Yeah, okay, so let's take a look and see what we are missing here. We are a little low on
We are low on strength, I think.
strength. Okay.
Yeah, so we need 16 strength points.
I don't know if we're going to get that.
I don't know either.
Welcome home.
but on par.
I would say it's definitely on par, yes.
And how does multiplayer affect that?
Let me
Again, just like Souls games, calling in your buds is...
But you can call them into anything now, like at any time, or how does that handle?
It's exact same style. You know, you ring your bell, people can come into your game.
I might be able to sell something.
Yeah. If you're not using your gun a lot, selling ammo is actually worth 600 souls per stack.
600 per stack. Okay.
Per stack of 20.
You know what? I could sell.
We're going to need a lot of points, though, don't we?
Yeah, let's let's just get some good old blood echoes under our
Yeah,
belt.
we can do a run here and get some... Bridge, probably not the best place to start for a blood vial run.
Maybe not, but it's kind of a cool alternate perspective, considering the fact that you end up seeing Central Yharnam a lot. I mean,
You do. You definitely do.
It does that great Dark Souls things where it starts kind of folding back in on itself a lot. And the world starts to get a little bit smaller.
Right. You will definitely find shortcuts to other, you'll constantly be saying, hey, I was here. And oh, this new place that I found goes to this place. And that'll happen quite a bit.
Also, I know that you mentioned this, and you and I both agreed on this, Dan, but these load times, a little annoying. Maybe like my biggest tick off of the game, I'd say.
They were definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
And not a factor you can ignore because every time you die,
Yeah,
you're picking up a book or your phone because you're waiting.
that will happen.
And that can be especially frustrating on boss attempts when you're just going back and seeing, oh, another load screen.
Yep.
Now, Tech, I want to go back to the difficulty here.
Please do.
Because you were at home early on when you were playing the game, and you sent me a text that said this game's way harder than Dark Souls.
That was a private message, Reiner.
But let's talk about that in context to big Dark Souls players like you. What do people got to kind of unlearn or learn about this one?
It was really, so it is very rooted in Souls mechanics, but there's still its own things. We talked a little bit about that already with the staggering and the gunplay. So
the big thing they got to learn is how to incorporate the gun into the standard Souls type of combat.
Especially early on in the game. I do not think it's necessary later on because you'll have access to weapons that you're more familiar with. Two-handed weapons will take the place of your gun. But see, there you go. He staggered it.
Oh, and then you do the visceral thing right after that.
Right. He did not move into play quick enough, but yes.
I'm going to try to do that.
Okay.
I just guessed what the window was.
Right.
I guessed it was his charge.
Some of them have very generous windows, others do not.
So R1, not moving in front of them.
Correct.
Pull that off.
So there's no more like backstabbing in Souls as you see people do a lot. There's this instead. And there it is.
Oh,
Great.
Whoa,
That's
all right.
great. Yes.
That's great.
And as you can see, that does a lot of bounce back on the enemy too, which is very important when fighting people on high.
Oh,
locations.
I love physics.
They're back.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely there.
Come on, you're coming with me, kid.
It would not be a From game without it.
My gelatin man.
Wow. Yeah, he lost all of his weight, didn't he?
Okay.
But no, initially because I was still trying to play it 100% like a Souls game instead of 70% like a Souls game, it was harder because I kept like rolling away from combat and trying to get my bearings and readjust. That's
Right.
not how you do it. You got to get in. You go in and you stay in.
Also, speaking of being in, when you're inside here, generally you would need a torch. Like
Yeah.
it seems like brightness is cranked.
It looks like the brightness is cranked up all the way here.
Yeah, but in like, unlike Dark Souls where your torch is kind of cool sometimes, this is like absolutely necessary.
I found the torch very useful in a lot of situations in this game. Again, it looks like somebody's had to turn the brightness all the way up on
Yeah,
this.
there's also just a glow around your character.
Yeah, we should probably turn the brightness down.
It's all right. I mean, I think just to give people a good look. I don't know. I mean, I think even on my brightest settings at home, it's way darker than
Yeah,
this.
it's very dark on this,
Yeah.
in this room normally, so I don't know if it's the TV or what. Anyway, yeah, as you see, this guy has a gun, so you really kind of don't want to let him get active. Later on,
It's funny because I actually was like, you're one of the main guys that you end up talking with, like an NPC, is in a wheelchair. I saw that guy. I'm like, is that him? And then he just turns to starts firing at me.
yes, they will turn, cackle, and fire.
Yeah. I like that. All right. So
So we can either go to Father Gascoigne with your 2 vials, or we can go on another route,
I think we should go another
pick
route.
up some gear. Sure, let's go this way.
Okay. Oh crap! I hate these dogs. I
They're,
hate
they're,
them
they're pretty
so
easy
much.
to take on with a threaded cane, actually.
Oh,
Whoa!
like with the
Are you kidding me?
Not with your alternate function, with your regular function.
with this
The
one.
fast, yeah. Just a couple quick strikes.
All right, those things are absolutely terrifying.
Oh, yeah, they're usually even faster than that.
Like hyenas or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty.
So we're
rough.
gonna encounter an NPC coming up here. A couple of them actually, if you wanna see them.
And what about the length of the game compared to like Dark Souls games? Would you say you put in about the same amount of time, kind of same formula?
I would say there's actually a lot more optional content.
Okay,
So
that's interesting.
main path might be a little shorter for a Souls veteran.
So what does optional mean in this instance?
There's a lot of different. I'd say you could probably get through the game without taking on quite a few of the bosses. There's all kinds of stuff to unlock, like Chalice Dungeon stuff.
Well, if you wanted to cut off your arse, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear?
And we will help her.
So what will it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
Tell her. She's
So
looking for safety.
She's looking for a
basically.
safe place. We don't have a place to give her right now, but we will later acquire one and be able to form a hub.
I'm guessing there's no safe place here.
There is.
At all.
There's a few, and once we rescue people, they can be valuable assets to our team.
Are those the type you can summon to help you out in battles, or do they just help you in the hub
No,
world?
NPC summons are a rarity or non-existent. You have to
Okay,
use player
wow.
summons.
Should I go in here or should I go?
Now, there are lots of NPC interactions. I don't know if I already went and talked to the crow lady who's in here.
Oh, I think I missed her.
Oh yeah, okay. So go.
Oh wait, did you? Hold on a second. I'm curious if you did this one thing.
We don't need the loot. Yeah, I didn't dump the.
You didn't.
I don't want the saw blade. That's what's on there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. There's a saw blade on here.
Yeah, the saw spear.
Saw spear. Sauce.
But instead, there's an important NPC to talk to over here.
Yeah, which down here?
We're gonna go down there next.
Okay.
But you're gonna want to go talk to the lady for. All right. No, we won't go talk to her then. Beware of the werewolf.
I need
man.
clear, calculated direction from you, Dan.
All right, so
Tack.
back up.
Okay.
We want to talk to the crow lady. Oh God, no.
And Dan, you posted a lot of content on GameInformer.com about this game already, like a helpful guide.
There is a
Starter guide.
spoiler-free guide for beginners, and which I would highly recommend if you're looking to get into this game. You do not need to have played a Souls game to enjoy this game at all. It is its own entity, and like I said, even as a Souls veteran, you're going to have to learn some new things to get into it. As you can see here, like you get hit, your first reaction should not necessarily be run away and use vials. It should be to get back in and recover your health if possible.
Still using a vial.
And obviously, these encounters are weighted pretty easily against stuff you'll face later.
And then we're also streaming the game on Twitch and GameInformer.com
Right now.
Tonight. Yeah, we're right about now. Yeah, come join us.
These guys drop vials and blood
What
shards.
are those?
Oh, no!
he's
What
gonna
is
die.
he?
He's a beast man.
He's like a partially turned werewolf.
Correct.
So, Crow Lady.
Yeah, Crow Lady is up here.
Shoot, that guy's not letting me go so easy.
Oh,
no!
yeah, you aggroed that guy. Yeah.
From
Bullets really
software.
hurting this game, too. So Crow Lady should be here.
Oh, like the Plague Doctor looking lady?
Yes.
Okay.
An important NPC for certain stuff.
A hunter, are you?
Oh, it's Garnadan from Star Wars. What's that guy's name?
What a mess you've been.
What?
Garadan?
What are you
Something like
talking
that.
about?
The guy that.
It's a Plague Doctor.
Yeah, it's
Look
like,
at it.
how are we get this character Star Wars, Reiner?
I mean, I'm sure that
The
someone in
big
Star
nose
Wars.
and the or not the cantina, but the docks with Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon,
Worst.
the little informant guy.
Still, what's
I'm not sure, man.
How
I'm
do I
correct
not-
on this. Just roll with
Alright.
it. Just pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, it's good that we talked to her. Later on, we can. It's very important to talk to NPCs you meet. There's like interactions that they can have later. Like later on, we can actually get some very valuable items from the Crow Hunter.
Okay.
Shake off cape? What?
Yeah, so we can shake the blood off our cape if you want to put that interaction in our hot bar and use it.
Really?
Yeah, do it.
Is that what? Why?
Is that like this?
Yes.
What does blood on your cape do?
Nothing. It's a visual.
Oh,
I'm not sure how to get to it.
Yeah. Well, we have it acquired.
Okay. So, is there anything else for me up here? Or should I just jump down again?
You can jump down again, but it's going to hurt you, and we're kind of
Okay.
well, we're close to the end of this.
kind of
though.
hurt. Are we?
Yeah.
All right, we should probably let's go see Father Gascoigne then before we finish. I mean, we won't beat him, but I mean, we might as well go take a look.
How close are you guys to this guy?
Very close.
He has a cool name. He sounds nice.
we can just run. Oh no, wait, maybe we can't run. I don't know if I have the elevator unlocked. We kind of have to.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to get down here. I think I didn't know if
Here,
there,
I could probably just jump and run all the way to him.
What's that, Dan?
I said I could probably just jump and run all the way to him if you want to see him before we close out here.
Okay. Did you say there was a more graceful way to get down here?
No, there's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
What are with all these coffins that are locked up everywhere?
Yeah, they're everywhere, Reiner. There's weird things, and like I said, as the night goes on, weirder things happen. Whoa, what are we doing?
I don't know. I'm not getting much in the way.
Oh no!
Yeah, no.
I remember getting to the
Okay, so
father
you got
this
like
way.
1 bar of health. Well, this is one way to do it, but you're going to get shot from above here. That's why I didn't want to go this way.
Is the father a nice guy? Is he a good NPC like Scrooge McDuck?
No. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
That's a big rat.
That's fine. I mean,
Crows.
I'm expecting to die. By the way. Just-
Yeah,
I
well-
mean, even on the way.
Yes, I expect that. Okay, so we're gonna have to go down there. Yeah. All the way to the end without going in the weird tunnel at the end,
Oh, you skipped that?
which I have placed many weird. No, there's a way to do it,
What are those?
and it's not that way. Okay, so we don't want to go in that tunnel. Just go up that ladder.
Okay.
those guys just
Do not go in that
swimming,
tunnel.
taking a bath. What
Do
were
not
those guys?
go in that tunnel.
Just taking a look. Just looking in there for a second.
Yeah. There's a way you get behind it for a
Oh,
big
really?
advantage. Yeah.
Does this person have gloves equipped? Did they get unequipped or something?
I don't know, but what you're wanting to do is go right over there into that elevator, so we can unlock this shortcut.
You should point out you get to design your own character at the beginning of the game.
do, and
Again,
it-
it's not the best.
It's
editor.
It's really good for a From game. I thought
It's better.
Yeah.
I was doing
Definitely
that,
better.
and my girlfriend was with me, and she was agonizing over everything. I'm like, you're gonna be so disappointed
back
once
down now.
once they have a hat on right away. And like this was like one of the first outfits. It's like, oh well, hey, thanks for putting all that time into it. And
You do get a good variety of armor sets throughout the game, but a lot of them are like trade-offs. They're not strictly better.
yeah,
They're better at stopping X kinds of damage. So you know how to do this, right?
I didn't go up
Okay,
this way.
So here's what you do.
Is it one of these things where
No. Okay, so walk till you aggro them and then run straight back.
straight
Straight back. Now, as soon as you get down, go towards the elevator. Quickly, and turn in. No, don't go into the elevator. Turn in behind.
You said to go in the
What the hell-
elevator.
in.
What do
like,
you-
in
what-
that way, like
What are you talking about?
behind the stairs.
Okay,
Well, whatever. This worked.
so we saw it. Okay,
Right. Now just run up there. Now you're good to go.
Cool.
And you can run all the way to the father's room.
I'm using this.
So, Tack, you probably
Yeah.
died on that once.
No, I didn't. I mean, it's so obvious. There are other traps later in the game that I did die on.
What was obvious about that?
The
Those guys-
huge rock at the end of the... What do you think he's going to do with it?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's not
Play with it?
Yeah, he's not play with it.
Play baseball.
Yeah, you don't have to fight these guys.
Tim likes that. Oh, nice.
It's really satisfying.
It is extremely satisfying and a very powerful attack that you can enhance later.
Nope.
Oh, the guy with the shield.
There's a shield tack.
I hope we do find the shield on the stream tonight, just so we can read the text. It's like such a funny troll item.
So he's this away?
Yes, he's right up there.
Don't want to hang out with those.
Father Coin Gas Man.
Father Gascoigne, and
Father
he is not a
Gascoigne.
customer we are in any shape to handle. But
No,
we'll
it's
see
not
him.
going to go well.
No, it's not. But hey,
Wow, that environment's cool. There he is.
he's a nice guy.
So,
I think this guy will actually be one of the more intimidating bosses for players in the early game.
he's chopping up a... Whoa, what was that? Were creature?
It's just some different meats. He's a butcher. He's going to eat all this stuff.
He's a butcher. I love it.
Get some tasty meats.
Beasts all over the shop.
Meats. All over the shop.
I'm glad this demon guy decided, like, you know what? I should probably wear a scarf today. It's going to be a little chilly. I'll
He's
put
a
this
fighter,
on.
Reiner.
He's got some pointy canons.
Yeah, he's a vampire?
He is a beast.
Do you know his timing windows?
Some. The problem is he has two attacks that look very similar.
Wow.
One has a window and one doesn't. So like you can't interrupt one of his attacks. But you can the
he's
other.
fast.
Oh, he's extremely fast. This is like I said.
That's awesome.
This is like the first fight where you have to use the real mechanics to win. Like the new style.
Was this where you were crying about the game to me? Where you're like, ooh.
No, that was the
Super
window.
Reiner.
Was
you
this
see it?
Was this that point?
Not this phase of the encounter, no.
No, okay. So it was
phase
this fight.
Phase 3, yeah.
Phase 3 of this fight was where you were like, ooh,
I was-
I'll never beat
Damn it. Do you see it? I've gotten
Yeah,
it twice so far.
Yeah, it's pretty, yeah. And I would say you have 5 more bullets too, but you can't use them with that health.
Is he the first legitimate boss?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So it was the first boss in the game that gave you fits.
Right, just because
Same with
his
me.
phase 3 is extremely unforgiving.
Yeah, it was rough. It's really rough. It's a
Like,
big...
he turns into a monster, phase 3.
You did well there, though, Tim.
He did.
You got a quarter.
He got a couple staggers.
Thank you,
eighth
thank
of the
you.
health off, maybe.
I just really want to
know.
do the visceral attack next time.
But that is Bloodborne on PlayStation 4. It's out today, and 975 says Dantac, you don't have to have knowledge of Dark Souls. He says again, and it looks awesome. I love the vibe, and yeah, anything that is Cthulhu-esque, you definitely pique my interest, and can't wait to see what you're saying. The spoilerly weird part of this game. So thanks, Tim, for playing. You did a hell of a job.
This game's awesome.
And thanks, Dantac, for your knowledge of Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Again, read his review on GameInformer.com and join us in the stream. We'll see you on the next test chamber.
Turn in, Tim. Turn in. Turn in for the night. Turn in.
It
Turn in.
helps when you just say it more and louder.
Nice job gunning that bird down.
Thank you. I really tried.